Welcome. In this video we will see SQL injections. First we will see what is SQL, then what is SQL injection, and then later on SQL injection attack types. So basically, what is SQL? As I mentioned bit in previous video, SQL is a special purpose programming language designed for managing data held in Relational Database Management System, that is RDBMS. The scope of SQL includes data insert, query, update and delete, schema creation and modification, and data access control. Then what is SQL injection? A class of code injection attacks in which data provided by the user is included in an SQL query in such a way that the part of user's input is treated as SQL code. SQL injection is a technique to maliciously exploit applications that use client-supplied data in SQL statements. Attackers trick the SQL engine to executing unintended commands by supplying specially crafted string input, thereby gaining unauthorized access to a database in order to view or manipulate restricted data. SQL injection techniques may differ, but they all exploit a single vulnerability in the application, that is, incorrectly validated or non-validated string literals are concatenated into dynamic SQL statement and interpreted as a code by SQL engine. Now let's see types of SQL attack. First order attack. The attacker can simply enter a malicious string and cause the modified code to be executed immediately. Second order attack. The attacker injects into persistent storage such as table row, which is deemed as trusted source. An attacker is subsequently executed by another activity. Literal injection. The attacker can manipulate the implicit function such as to_char by changing the values of the environment variables, NLS date format or NLS numeric character. Now let's see injection mechanism. Injection through user input, injection through cookies, and injection through server variables. These all three come under first order injection. To understand the second order injection, we have to see the difference between first order injection and second order injection. In first order injection, the application processes the input, causing the attacker's injected SQL query to execute. But in second order injection, the application stores the input for future use, that is in database, and responds to the requests. The attacker submits a second different request. To handle the second request, the application retrieves the stored input and processes it, causing the attacker's injected SQL query to execute. So that's how second order injection works, or you can even call the mechanism of second order injection. Now let's see attack intent. First determining database schema, then extracting data, adding or modifying data, and finally bypassing authentication. Inference. Inference is basically inject commands into the site and then observe how the function response of the website changes. In that there are two types, blind injection and timing attacks. Blind injection is basically the information must be inferred from the behavior of the page by asking the server true or false questions. Like this, where instead of legal user or username, 1 equals to 2, that is logical question, is added. We will see blind SQL injection properly in further videos. Then timing attacks. Timing attack is basically to gain the information by observing timing delay in the response of database. This also we will see practically in upcoming videos. So that's all in introduction of SQL injection. In next video, we will see further concept of SQL injection.